UFC Fight Night, Moicano versus Saint-Denis. Here's my predictions.
I see my haters proud of me now. When I'm around, it's all smiles. I took over my whole town.
To kick it off, I give this card a solid 8 out of 10 on paper. I feel like the main card really well-rounded, and there is some prelim fights that I'm really interested in seeing. That Umar C fight's gonna be really fun. Aline Perez, I know she missed weight, but she should be able to put on a good performance. And you also got Roosevelt Roberts coming back versus LaDoit Klein, which I don't know how that matchup happened, but Klein should have a showcase fight unless Roosevelt Roberts show massive improvements. But that's here or there. Here's my predictions for the prelims. Let's dive right into this main card. Kicking off the main card, we have Faraz Ziem versus Matt Favola. Ziem is coming into this fight on a 3-fight winning streak, while Matt Favola is coming off of a knockout loss to BSD. Fun fight, real fun fight. I feel like Favola gets it done here. I feel like the level of competition that Ziem versus Favola has fought, Favola has the massive advantage of fighting the better competition as of late, and I feel like he gets it done probably within the first or second round by TKO or knockout. Following that fight, we have Mr. Morgan Charrier taking on Gabriel Miranda. Miranda is coming into this fight off of a submission win, while Charrier is coming into this fight off of a split decision loss, a very close split decision loss, I should say. I feel like Morgan Charrier has all the tools to make this fight pretty easy for himself. I feel like he has the better striker. I feel like he's very comparable on the ground compared to Mr. Miranda, and I feel like whatever round he wants to get it done in, I feel like Morgan gets it done in. I'm taking him by second round TKO or finish, but first round is not off the table in this fight. Probably the fight I am most interested in seeing. We have tough winner Mr. Brian Battle taking on Kevin Doucette. Doucette is coming into the fight on a 5-fight win streak, with the last 2 of those coming under the UFC banner. And while Brian Battle is also on a 2-fight winning streak, with his last fight being ruled a no contest versus Andre Lusa. Brian Battle, I'm very high on this man. He made my favorite prospect list. I want to say a couple months ago back. Go back and watch it if you haven't. I feel like he is at the perfect time in his career to take the step up, put on a huge show over there in Paris, get a lot of new fans, get a lot of new press, get a lot of new hype around his name. And I feel like going into the back end of this year, or maybe the beginning of next year, we can see him fight a really good fighter inside the top 15. And after that, we see where he goes from there. I feel like next year is going to be Brian Battle's year. And I am taking Brian Battle by decision or 3rd round TKO knockout. And probably the most technical fight on this card, we have Mr. William Gomez taking on Joanderson Brito. Gomez is coming into this fight on an 11-fight win streak, with just his last fight being under the UFC banner, while Joanderson Brito is on a 5-fight finishing streak, all in the UFC versus some very highly touted prospects. In this fight, I feel like this man, Joanderson Brito, is going to take it to another level. And another level for him is going to be very scary in the 145-pound weight division. And I feel like he takes it there. I feel like Joanderson Brito gets it done within inside the 2. And I feel like it's going to be a very spectacular knockout at that. Fuck. In the co-main event, we have a middleweight fight with huge title implications. We have Nazarene Imavov taking on Mr. Brendan Allen. Imavov is coming to this fight after stopping a very game-jarring cannoneer, while Brendan Allen is coming to this fight on a massive 7-fight win streak. Whoever wins this fight is going to have a massive step in the right direction towards a title shot versus DDP in 2025. Do they get it next? Probably not, because Robert Whittaker versus Hamza Chimaev still has to happen. But I feel like this fight could potentially put them in a backup role for that fight. What do you guys think about this? How do y'all see this one going? I think I'm taking Imavov by probably 3rd round knockout. I feel like his striking is impeccable compared to Brendan Allen. And unless Allen can get him on the ground, I feel like he's going to have a very rough time trying to deal with this man Imavov on the feet. In the main event of the night, we have Renato Moicano taking on Benoit Saint-Denis. Renato Moicano is coming off of a massive comeback win at UFC 300 versus Jalen Turner, while Mr. BSD is coming off of a loss to Dustin Poirier in a fight that he looked pretty good in, but it turns out he has staff. Don't really like giving fighters excuses, so I'm not going to give him one. He got knocked out cold. This fight is going to be a really fun fight. Moicano usually loses to elite fighters. I mean, the Rafael Fiziev, I know he got hurt these last couple of fights. He hasn't been looking too elite, but I feel like Fiziev is going to be a really good fighter when he finds his groove and gets healthy. Less Fiziev, Jose Aldo. There's another name that's a really good fighter. I just can't think of his name right now. But anyway, he loses to really good fighters. In BSD, he's coming off of a loss to a really good fighter, and he knocked out Mafavola also. So, fun fight all around. Moicano is a 2-1 dog, and I like it. I feel like Moicano goes into enemy territory, and he gets it done. I'm saying 4th round TKO submission, something like that. I think he gets a finish. I don't think this fight goes all 5 rounds because it's very likely that Moicano gets hurt early. He rallies back and gets a submission, or he takes him to decision. I don't think it goes to decision, but I feel like if BSD cannot knock him out within the first 2 rounds, it's Moicano's world after that, and I feel like he gets it done. What do you guys think about today's card? What would you rate it? Who's your favorite fighter on the card? What's your biggest upset pick on the card? Let me know down below. Like always, if you enjoyed the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Bigger people, peace.